Hi there and welcome to Apple World. Kevin Hart, an entertaining person who generally makes us giggle, is right now entangled in a stunning situation concerning Diddy's haziest insider facts. There has been conversation of late over Kevin's conceivable unforeseen association in Diddy's proceeding with legitimate issues. Yet exactly how genuine are these cases, and has his peculiarity of film with Diddy recently spilled out? Make certain to keep close by till the end of the video for all relevant info. As indicated by certain insiders, he wasn't simply an observer, rather, he has purportedly teamed up with the FBI as a source, apparently giving them imperative inside information that started the current contention encompassing the hippie investor. As of late too, Kevin Hart has gotten some information about the odd fresh insight about Diddy having 1,000 jugs of child oil up. So go here. Hello, Kevin. When you facilitated for Diddy, did you get any child oil? And you were asking some unacceptable individual the wrong inquiry. Great question. Do you believe he's protected in prison? Have a decent one. Fans tracked down this clasp very entertaining despite the fact that it had a large number of questions and hypotheses with different posts expressing things like he knows he's blameworthy. Obscure little man never tracked down him entertaining behaving as he doesn't know. Diddy, however, was consistently around him. He looks stressed also, dubious, what makes Kevin even consider helping government specialists in their quest for quite possibly of the most persuasive people in the business. The charges against Diddy are very serious, including long periods of supposed terrible conduct, to some genuinely awful stuff like coordinated wrongdoing, while the points of interest are still hush. Due to fixed arraignments, apparently the specialists have sufficient proof to truly pursue him. Everything began when the specialists chose to research Diddy's previous prompting, his startling capture. Now since this, it has emerged that Diddy supposedly subtly recorded every one of his gatherings, which would have Hollywood superstars, top music chiefs, competitors, rappers, and so on. They were reasonable there. He done this to get coercion on strong figures, which made him such a dreaded power in Hollywood. Ood indeed, even now, while he's in the slammer, you try not to see anybody saying anything. It's all cricket. One figure that has been vocal about Diddy and his dodgy tricks for some time presently is his previous protector Jean Bargain, who even talked about Diddy having the secret cameras. Might you at any point envision he had each room tape and bug, and they tracked down little bugs and little tape recorders. I mean minimal little those miniature projectors, or no difference either way, like that or camcorders. They found them in the house, brother, so by them having those things in the house and individuals know there's drugs. There's liquor, there's hussies, there's free men. Lady on lady, man on man, all sort of insane, brother. They are simply pondering who, or on the other hand, while they will let this stuff be known whether it's on tape, definitely man. I realize they became shook, man, in the wake of figuring out he was recording everything except not just famous people, not just superstars. I don't believe it's just famous people. Gonna be sure he had legislators in there. He had sovereigns in there. He likewise had 2 or 3 evangelists in there. In any case, this is where things become interesting. The notable family. Accommodating joke artist, Kevin Hart, is presently associated with Diddy's case. It turns out that Kevin and Diddy have a far more profound relationship than just running into one another at parties for a significant measure of time. Kevin has taken part in and, surprisingly, coordinated a portion of Diddy's scandalous social events. These gatherings have forever been covered in mystery. However, presently, some disturbing data is arising as of late. Found film from these occasions shows Kevin showing up extremely calm in a few questionable conditions. One class fans still discussion about is when Kevin Hart talked with Diddy, in what gives off an impression of being his room he's obviously squandered, however says a dubious comments the least bettered around evening time. No homo, no, don't draw nearer to bed, don't get yet, it's very much like you wet. Need to thank you for facilitating what, man, it's been a delight. You didn't need to make it happen, and you did know. No, I certainly didn't need to do it. I certainly didn't need it, and most importantly, I'm not getting in the bed. You realize, yells out to him also. What he did, I'm about to, if you can only, how about we just put the camera somewhat this way to make sure we're not. I try not to believe my shot should even rest, like I try not to maintain that it should come near the bed at all. Usha seem as though he knew off goddamn plane off the nursery stage that is my sibling here from the very first moment we utilized to awaken, and I mean damn respite, however, like chi out. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a smidgen more established as a more seasoned sibling, we used to battle about the over-the-iced pieces. You understand what I'm talking about previously. Stop was designed. You realize I'm saying, be that as it may, it's my sibling for genuine. We used to, in reality, wrestle off of the ice chips, since he used to continuously rise and shine right on time with me. Presently, he's one of the most extravagant on the planet, and I'm what the puffed. Simply say, no one's going to recognize this individual. They have started to question whether he was something other than a hunch on account of this. Maybe he was, in any event, helping with concealing a portion of the insane that happened for those uninformed. Diddy's parties were rarely pretty much having a great time. Rather, they were settings where things regularly escaped control because of a harmful blend of cash power and dread that kept individuals quiet. Previous workers and witnesses have portrayed these occasions as living bad dreams. The occurrence that is making waves is the hot tub occurrence, which was at first discounted as blameless tomfoolery in any case, is currently being seen. Distinctively, a large number of individuals are starting to trust that this may simply be the start later. Kevin and Diddy were seen in a hot tub together while participating in some questionable conduct cordial. We got AL and a female, she's buttball. That is what I call it. Crude doll. I'm not hop. I might hopping tube myself. Once everyone gets out. No, just me and all. This is my thing. I'm utilized to the sort of thing. Goodness, did the camera get that? C got the camera. Before we go in further into the video, what are your folks' straightforward contemplations on this whole circumstance? Is it looking likely Kevin Hart will be hauled into this case? The more it goes on, is he working with the federal authorities against Diddy, or is Diddy going to squeal on Kevin Hart? Remark, down beneath the significant inquiry is the reason somebody like Kevin, who has fostered a show-free vocation, would get so tangled up in Diddy's reality when more film also tales surface demonstrating that he wasn't just an easygoing guest during that's what these disputable times taught. Kevin might have heard and seen things that could be significant to the preceding examinations, take a hazier tone than the people who accept he was enticed by big name, or perhaps felt under strain to stay quiet out of dread. Insiders guarantee that Kevin might have data that the specialists are utilizing to fortify their argument against Diddy, whether it be firsthand memories, texts, or accounts. Kevin may have the confirmation that he could at last deal with Diddy, despite the fact that Kevin hasn't participated in any unlawful action. His presence and delayed quietness have raised doubts that he might have helped Diddy in concealing a portion of his privileged insights. Inquiries concerning whether Kevin turned on Diddy to safeguard his own skin subsequent to being excessively near him and requiring help from the police are being raised as Kevin's standing is being examined. Assuming that is exact, it would make sense of why Diddy is abruptly in so many lawful issues and why the specialists show up so sure in different reports, even in the case that he has been covertly working together with government authorities for quite a long time, furnishing them with data that may bring Diddy down from within, as if the truth will surface at some point. What will come from this present circumstance on the off chance that Kevin Hart gets engaged with this case? Goody gumdrops, it's going to create a situation in Hollywood, and we'll be sure to update you all as often as possible on any new data that comes out with respect to these situations. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.